Hello friends, Namaskar. I'm Kumar Srivastav, present before you with the new series of the moon mission. Let us begin with. After the India's safe landing of Chandrayaan 3 on the south pole of the moon, the new things have started to begin. The many questions have arisen and possibilities have arisen, and the interest of the people have also arisen. And the whole horizon of the world is thinking about the space. Let us begin with the USSR has already launched on lunar 2, which reached on the surface of the moon. That was the first body to touch the surface of the moon. And thereafter, the lunar 3rd was sent a far side uh, photo of the moon. And Luna 9 was the first spacecraft which made a safe landing on the moon. And Luna 10 was the first spacecraft which uh, orbited around the moon's orbit, and Luna 12 was the first spacecraft which sent uh, data from the moon, and Luna 13 also sent images of the moon, and Luna 14 also sent a mass concentration report, and thereafter the Luna 16 was the first sampling robot which sent sample around 101 grams for the study of the earth, so that we may be able to study the constituent element on the surface of the moon. And thereafter the second sampling robot was also sent in as Luna 20, which also given sample on the surface of the earth. Side by side, US was also making many projects, and it started to make human project there. And Luna, not that, Apollo 8 and Apollo 10 went into space, but they returned safely. And thereafter the Apollo 11 landed on the moon. Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin landed on the moon, and thereafter the Apollo 12 succeeded in reaching the moon, and Apollo 14, Apollo 15, Apollo 16, Apollo 17, and Apollo 17 were the human missions which were launched by the US. They succeeded, and John 5 was sent by USSR, which reached the surface of the moon, and it was the first life form in the form of the tortoise which reached there. Now we study what is going to happen in 2024 November. USA is being in preparation for the launch of the Artemis 2nd. The Artemis 2nd project involves many persons, and in Artemis 2nd, nearly 36% of the total resources are the human or women, and 64% are men, and 1% are also belong to the disabled category. And all other persons should be take into consideration another angle. The 74% are white, and 6% are Asians, 6% are Latin Americans, and 12% are the blacks. And the 4% for the first time will go farthest from the Earth's surface, nearly 9,000 kilometers above the moon. And this will be a manned mission, and in this manned mission there will be 4 type of persons, one from the Canada and another from USA, and next is Afro-Asian, Afro-American, and fourth one is the female. So the first lady to go in the space with the Artemis 2 is Christina Koch, who is the first lady, and the wise man is the mission director, and Victor Hoover is the Afro-American, and Jeremy Herschel is the Canadian. So this mission will for the first time to go with the 4 persons and build the farthest height from the moon. And now we come to the Artemis 3rd. The Artemis 3rd for the first time will go in 2025, and it will have the same number of persons, that is 1 lady, 1 Afro-American, 1 Canadian, and another one is American. There are 4 persons. So these 4 persons will land on the moon, and they will first try to discover about the prospect of the ice. So their study will be centered around the ice. And in the meantime, the China is also making fast progress in this moon explorations. So it will send Chang 7 in 2026, and that will study about the resources of the moon, and thereafter it will send in 2028 the Chang 8 to investigate new technology to capture the resources of the moon. So this is the race which has already been begun. So the race of the outer space has begun. There are some treaties which have also been signed for the outer space. Outer space treaty has been signed in 1967, and nearly 105 countries have ratified it, and thereafter the rescue and return agreement has also been signed in 1968 ratified by 95 countries, and the registration convention has also been signed in 1972, and liability convention is also signed in 1972 ratified by 94 countries, and the moon mission, the moon agreement has also been signed in 1979, and moon agreement provides that the use of the space or the moon surface cannot be made for the armed project, or there can be no making of the fortress there, and it is totally banned for the military bases. And if it is to be made there, that the work belonging to the peaceful purposes of the moon, and if some kind of military and scientific research is needed, then it will also be included. And in the same time, the military maneuvering cannot be made, and India has so far not signed the moon agreement. So we see that the race for the exploration and the exploitation of the outer resource surfaces, that is especially moon, has already started. But the whole space belongs to the whole of the earth and whole of the humanity. So India is making its presence there for the development of the human race, and not for the personal purposes. It is used for the peaceful purposes. So we have to see in the near future how this race can be controlled by these agreements, or any kind of violation is made by the countries which have already reached there, the moon agreement. Thank you very much.